Hi, it's Kevin Ford here with Wilderness Workshops, and I've got a series of videos for you on activities you can do to reconnect with nature while you're out on a hike or out in nature, or even from something like a park or your backyard. And the first idea I have for you has to do with the moon. Um, Getting to understand, there's things that you can do with the moon, both intellectual and then kind of emotional, spiritual, that can really add a dimension to your enjoyment of nature. And the first is getting to know the lunar cycle, the 28 or so days that it takes for the moon to go from full to full again, and what's happening as it waxes and then wanes, and the things that you can do with that information. First of all, it's fun to notice, and I know what's happening right now. We're going to a waning crescent, and that means the new moon is a day or two away. But also, if you know the moon's phases with a little bit of a little bit more information, you can estimate the time and you can estimate direction. So you can practice navigating with it or estimating the time, and it's not that difficult to do. And so those are fun activities sort of on the intellectual side. On the experiential side, I would offer you the opportunity to take a hike in the full moon, by the light of the full moon. And what you do is go to a trail that you know pretty well and go with some friends. And this should be a trail that's not particularly challenging and not a lot of elevation gain, and on as stable a path as possible. So bring all your hiking equipment, your normal equipment. You might consider bringing some gloves, especially if it's cold, but if you trip and fall, you might protect your hands with gloves. Bring your headlamp, and then try not using it. Go to the trailhead and hang out, and maybe you do a little meditation or a little observation of what's happening around you, and let your eyes adjust. It takes about 20 minutes for them to completely adjust, but within just a few minutes you should begin to be able to see. And what you might notice is how much light is available. It's going to cast a completely different kind of light. It's probably going to be low on the horizon when you're hiking, and so there's going to be long shadows cast from everything. And of course it's not this full illuminating daylight, but you're going to be able to see all the detail you need. And you might find that you pick up detail that you wouldn't otherwise. So while you're hiking, you can practice using your other senses. Just notice what you're hearing, what you're smelling, what you're feeling with your feet, and how you can use that information. But then also get to appreciate how beautiful the landscape is by the moonlight. And whenever I do that, I always take a moment in the middle of the hike to stop and just sit and breathe and meditate or do a visualization or something like that, and find it calming, and find it makes me feel really good. And other people I've taken on trips feel the same way. So I think it's pretty reliable. So if you enjoy that idea, go ahead and give it a try. It doesn't cost you anything. Moon's right there. It's always there for you. And I hope you can enjoy getting in touch with it and reconnecting with nature that way. Take care.